The first question I'm going to answer is, in your opinion, do you think you are a good person? So, I would like to think that I am a good person. I'd like to think that ultimately in, the short 15 years of life I have lived, I have done more good than bad. I'd like to say that, yeah, I am a good person, but I will also sit here and say that I have done a lot of bad things in the past that I am not entirely proud of. And, if, I were in those situations now, I probably wouldn't do the same thing. But, yes, I would like to think I'm a good person. Yeah, I can be bitchy sometimes, and yeah, I can be quite, rude. It's not, out of pure, negativity. A lot of the time it's just, my humour, my personality. I've always been a bit of a bitch, but, ultimately I'd like to say that I'm a nice person, and, I do always end up realising when I'm wrong and apologising for my actions, so I would definitely like to think that I'm a good person. And I hope you guys think I'm a good person. Question number 2 is, do you like spicy food? I love spicy food. Literally, curry is like my favourite meal. Fajitas, tacos, samosas, spicy pizza. I love spicy food. However, I can't take it too spicy. Oh, and jalapenos, I love them. Jalapeno stuffed olives are amazing. But yeah, I can't have my spicy food too spicy though, because yeah, we know why. But yeah, I love spicy food. My third question is thoughts on Miley Cyrus. I like her. I like some of her music. Party in the USA, Wrecking Ball. I think that's honestly about it. Yeah, I like her. I think she's cool. I used to hate her back when she was licking hammers and showing her boobs and twerking her non-existent arse. Because I was an 11-year-old judgmental little bastard. So of course I would hate her, but now I think she's really cool and I like her. I don't really listen to her music and I'm not a fan, but I really do like her cover of Party in the USA. I mean, my dumbass, Ariana Grande's No Tears Left to Cry. I actually like her version more than Ariana's for some reason. Question number 4. This person wants to know how to win their crush's heart. And I've spoken to this person a little bit, but this person basically asked me how do you win your crush's heart? And my response is, I don't really think you can win someone's heart. I don't think a heart is a prize to be won. I think that if someone really likes you and really loves you and wants to be with you, then you shouldn't have to win their heart. They should just be willing to give it to you, because I'm sure you'd be willing to just give it to them. And really, you shouldn't have to try all that hard to that. Okay, when I say you shouldn't have to try, you shouldn't be doing all these things just to get someone to like you. Walking around, being a little bit more sexual, showing off your body. If you want to do that, then do that, but don't do that because you want to get someone's attention. Don't pretend to like the things they like just to get them to like you. if they are truly meant to be with you, then they will just like you for you. And yeah, so don't put too much effort in, but also put effort in. Like, don't just be like, oh, but be like, you know what, I like you and I'm gonna try, but I'm not gonna change who I am. You know yourself. And don't feel too bad if your crush doesn't like you back, because 11 times out of 10, most people's crushes do not like them back, and it's not a bad thing. It's just you learn from it, you grow from it. It's just how the world works. But you will find someone eventually, and while you're crushing on someone is most likely crushing on you, and is too afraid to tell you. So don't. Oh, I'm tired. Sorry, it's like 11 o'clock at night. But yeah, don't. Just be yourself. Let it flow. Talk to the person. Get to know them. And for all you know, you might not even like them. They might turn out to be a piece of shit. But yeah, that's my advice. The next one I'm gonna read out isn't really a question. It's just more of someone just being rude. This person says, "You're way too fucking full of yourself, and you're an ugly fucking pig man. Grow up, gads." So that's obviously not a question. That's just someone who is pissed off at me, and I'm pretty sure I know who this is, and I'm not going to give you the time of day. But all I will say is, you can't really call someone immature. Wait. No, you can't. Sorry, you can't really tell someone to grow up if you're leaving messages on their Tellonym saying that they're an ugly fucking pig. Clearly you're not the most mature person in the world. Clearly you're more childish than me, because I would never really do that, just for the simple fact that it's dumb. Why would you call someone an ugly fucking pig? What does that achieve? Like, it seems to me like you're just trying to be hurtful. And I hope this person is getting some help. I'm pretty sure I know who this person is, and if it is this person is only angry at me because I rejected them, but we're not going to say anything more. I hope you get mental help. Question 6, which is something I really want to answer, and I think I might make a video on this, but this person asks how to be truly happy. Now, in order to be truly happy, which this is my personal opinion of what makes me happy. I'm sorry. It's late, but so, in order to be truly happy, you have to not be weighed down by all the negativity in your life, if you have any. So, like, for example, if, let's say for me, not too long ago, I was in a very bad friendship with a bunch of girls, and it didn't work out. I put so much effort into it, and, you know, I tried to make the friendship work, and it ended up not working. It ended up blowing up in my face, and I ended up heartbroken and alone, like I did before, many times before. And it wasn't until I cut them off that I realised there was more to life, you know. So, for me to be happy, I had to cut away all the negativity, and I did. It wasn't just them, it was a bunch of other people in my life that were just weighing me down and causing me great pain, I removed them from my life. I cut them out. And that definitely made me 10 times happier. So if you've got bad people in your life, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you care about them, cut them off, because if they're not doing anything good for you and they're doing more harm to you than good, they don't deserve to be in your life. And that's the same. And the same thing goes, if you are causing more harm to someone than good, and you are not being a good friend, and you are toxic towards them, you need to remove yourself from their life and get some help, and stop being so toxic. So that's one thing. Another thing is eat well. You know, don't overeat and don't undereat. You know, eat the right amount for you that makes you feel good and full, and not disgusting pig or, you know, anything like that. Exercise, you know, I like to go on walks, and I like to go swimming every year, basically, like once in a blue. Sorry. I like to go swimming every now and then. My apologies. I like to, you know, and also do things that make you happy. Like, for example, if I don't know, if stripping makes you happy, be a stripper. If, you know, do things that make you happy and that you're passionate about. Wake up every day and, you know, think positive thoughts. Read, you know, I like to go on Google and look at positive quotes and write them down and all that, so I can, you know, look at them and read them whenever I'm feeling low. And have a lot of optimism and positivity, and you honestly should be fine. And surround yourself with good people. You don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. You don't need lots of friends to be happy. I only have like 4 or 5 friends. That's really not a lot, and to be honest, that's probably going to go down by next year, you know. So, you know, don't rely, you really, honestly, you shouldn't be relying on others to make you happy. I understand, like, me personally, I only need, like, there's only like 2 people that I know I need. But like, everyone else is like, you know, I would love if they stayed in my life, but I know that's not realistic. You know, everybody leaves at some point. So I don't really rely on others to be happy, other than like 2 people, but those 2 people rely on me too, so it's kind of like a mutual, you know, we love each other, we're there for each other, we're good friends to each other, which is usually how to be happy. Don't be in a friendship group where everyone hates each other and talks bad about each other, because you will honestly want to die, and you will probably explode and have a bad reaction. But yeah, don't rely too much. Don't rely on love, because love can honestly do more harm than good for your happiness. Me personally, I don't really need like to be in a relationship to be happy. I'm very much happy on my own. I hope that answered your question. This next question is the most important part of friendship, and honestly, that's trust, loyalty, love, and respect. And it has to be on both sides. It has to be mutual. Typically, my friends, we have similar interests, but we have different interests, which were kind of, you know, we're very different people, but ultimately we both have the same kind of feelings and the same kind of goals, and you know, we are different but the same, like a yin and yang. So we end up being like this. You have to be positive in pretty much every life situation. So in a friendship, if one of you is like very miserable and negative and the other one's very happy and jolly, it's not going to work. Most likely you guys are probably going to end up hating each other or falling out, and something bad's going to happen. You have to be in the same mindset, like mentally, in order for it to work, and you have to be there for each other when things go wrong. I see a lot of people, you know, for example, someone's nan might have died and they're all depressed, and their friend is like, oh, whatever, like, let me go party. Which obviously that's never happened, but similar things have happened. And that's obviously a bad thing, because I'm so embarrassing. But yeah, I'm really tired, guys. It's not because I'm bored. I'm actually really interested in doing this. It's the fact that I'm filming at like 11 o'clock at night. And the only reason why is because I've been very busy today, and my sister and my nephew are staying here, so he can be a little loud. But yeah, as I was saying, it has to be very mutual, you know. You have to be there for them when they're at their lowest, and you have to, you know, they have to be there for you when you're at your lowest. It has to work, you know. You have to, you know, for it to work, you kind of have to be different but the same. And you have to have similar interests but also different interests in order for it to work, and you need to rely on each other, but not to the point where you guys become toxic to each other, you know. The next question 9, is what kind of clothes do you wear? Now, you know, a lot of my videos I am wearing pajamas, and that's only because you know, my channel is basically me getting comfortable and talking, and I'm comfortable in pajamas. But yeah, if I'm not going out, I'm gonna just wear pajamas. But if I'm going out, I'm gonna like dress like really as nice as I can. Like, always dress like you're about to see your worst enemy. Otherwise, what is the point in going out? But I like to wear a lot of black. I like wearing a lot of dark colours, you know, reds, black, like grey. And I'm really sorry, guys, I also really love wearing, the only like light colour I will really wear is like, I wear bright red and I wear bright blue. I like a light kind of blue, like a icy blue. That's a colour I really like. And a lot of the stuff in my room is actually blue. Blue curtains, blue carpet, blue bag in my bin, blue backdrop. That is actually a blanket, but we're not going to say anything about that. Yeah, so I do wear a lot of blue and black. So my favourite colour is black, but black's more of a shade, so I guess my favourite colour is blue. So those are usually the type of clothes I wear, like black clothing or blue clothing. Obviously I wear other colours, but those are the colours I typically leave the house wearing. I typically go for like a bold and sexy kind of look. I like to look good, you know. I like to wear, you know, leather jackets and denim jackets and, you know, black jeans and, you know, that kind of thing. I like to wear, you know, darker colours typically, other than like blue. But yeah, so I guess I'd like to think that I dress sexy. According to other people, I do dress really nice. So, you know, maybe, I'm right. But yeah, those, I guess if I would say I wear kind of bold and sexy clothing, typically skin tight. The last question, question 10, what was the lowest point in your life? The lowest point in my life was last year. That was horrible. Technically 2 years ago now, but oh my god. I was so miserable and unhappy, and I've spoke about it before, but as always, my old friendship group had a lot to do with it, because they are really not great people when it comes down to it. They're not good friends. And yeah, like, and it wasn't even them, it was honestly, I was just in a bad mindset. I was kind of a nightmare, I was kind of a bit of a monster and a bit of a bitch, and I just wasn't an overall nice person. Now I definitely say that I mean, well, I think I'm a nice person. Like I said earlier, I'd like to think so. I hope others do too, but yeah, like, I was just unhappy with life, I was just kind of a walkover. And I was insecure and unhappy and felt ugly and looked in the mirror and saw a disgusting person. So of course I was horrible, even though in my defense I was only horrible to people that were horrible to me first. But still, I was horrible, so that obviously wasn't great. I would make mean comments and get into fights and beat people up, and it's just not a good look. It's not very nice. I felt horrible about myself, but I feel like I've completely transformed. Like, I feel um, like I've kind of gone through a transformation. I used to be that kind of, I used to be the kind of shy, quiet, outcast that kind of got bullied, and then I had like a rebellious stage where I was like really crazy and psycho and evil and upset all the time and crying, and now I'm like chill, and I feel like I've grown up, and now I'm like, I look in the mirror and I love what I'm looking at, and I'm very happy, and I take a lot more pride in my appearance. Before I was just like a nobody, and now I feel like a somebody, and it's not because everyone knows who I am, or I have, this and that and whatever. It's just because my mental state is like improved, and like my soul is at peace. So I'm at peace, and now I feel 10 times better than I usually would. And yeah, I think I'm definitely a very high point in my life, and I just want to thank all the people that have been there for me and that have stayed there instead of, abandoning me. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And yeah. So that was the last question. So I guess I'm gonna wrap up this video. I apologize for not uploading in like a month, but like, I have been really busy. I did film a video with a friend, but sadly I don't think that video is going to be uploaded because I've lost it, which sucks, because I literally edited the shit out of that video, and it was so well done. Ugh, and it was so good, but like, unfortunately I'm a dumbass and ended up accidentally deleting it. So now it's gone forever, and I'm really sorry, but I hope I can upload a video again as soon as possible. I love you all, and I also apologise for my really messy hair. Thank you for everything, and I appreciate all you have done for me. Bye.